Hey boys and girls, it's story time down here at the temple. So Bishop Timothy L. Johnson is pastor and our lovely First Lady, Sandra Jackson. I hope you listen closely to the story that's coming up next so that you can tell somebody about the Bible.
Holy Tales.
Today, I am going to tell you the parable of the unforgiving servant. One day, Peter, one of Jesus' disciples, came to Jesus and asked him,
Lord, how many times should I forgive someone when they do or say something wrong to me?
Jesus knew that everyone should learn to forgive someone if they are sorry for what they have done. Instead of saying always, Jesus said
77 times.
Peter was confused. So, Jesus decided to tell him a story which would help Peter understand better how important it is to forgive someone when they have realized their mistake and are sorry for their behavior. Jesus told Peter the story of a very rich king. The king had many servants who worked for him. Some of them looked after his treasury and were in charge of the other servants. One day, the king decided to test one of his servants who was looking after his money. He wanted to see if he was doing his job perfectly. So, the king went to check his treasury. When he checked, he saw that the servant had not paid the bills, instead had borrowed the money for his personal use. The amount of money that the servant had taken was not a small amount. The servant was in huge debt. So the king called for the servant.
I know that you have taken money from the treasury without asking me. You have committed a crime for which you will be punished. I will sell your family and you as slaves and take back the money that you have taken.
The servant was very upset. He knew that if his family and he were sold as slaves, they all would have to live in different places. They might not be able to see one another ever again. So the servant begged and pleaded for forgiveness. The king felt sorry for the servant. He decided to forgive him. He even told the servant that he did not have to give back the money to him. As soon as the servant left the court, he met another servant who owed him some money, a very small amount. Even though the king was nice to him, the servant grabbed hold of the other servant. He started shouting at him,
Give me back the money you owe me, or else I will throw you into the prison.
People saw the servant treating the other man this way and went and told the king. The king was very, very angry. He thought to himself,
I forgave him a huge debt, but he could not forgive another man who owes him a small amount of money?
He called for the servant once again and threw him into prison. So, did you children understand the meaning of the story?
Yes, the story means that God always forgives us for all the wrong things we do to Him. Now He wants us to forgive those who do wrong to us.
And that's story time, boys and girls. I really hope you enjoyed this story. See you next time.